Morning folks, Lester here, and it has been a minute since you've seen me on this machine. This is the Enjoy, I'm probably saying that wrong, e-bike, and I'm riding it to go put some flags into the pond. We're about to get the pumps going again, and I'm continuing trying to test out that water level. So the reason I'm coming to you on the e-bike is because Enjoy has contacted me and they're coming out with their newest model. Now listen, I am not promoting anything. All I do is product review. So remember that. Longhorn Lesters and I'm a Survivor Sanctuary are not for sale. I always say that, we're not for sale. But what I will do is gladly take a product and review it. And in saying so, if the product is no good, then to me it's no good. Now, it could be just my personal experience. And Enjoy knows that, and they're completely fine with that. They're confident enough in their product to allow me. Hey, we're trying to video and ride at the same time, and that's not easy. What I need is a helmet cam. Coming through, ladies, gentlemen. So I will say that I've had this e-bike for, I'm gonna just guess and say 6 months. I don't remember the exact date. Oh Lord, this is scary, y'all. I'm gonna turn my camera around. What's he doing? Why is he just laying there like that? Buddy? Oh, Lord. You scared me. Why are you laying like that? You don't see bulls lay flat down very often. Buddy, you scared Daddy. You really did scare me. Oh. You don't see bulls lay flat down. And I hope he's not feeling bad. So I'm gonna park here in the shade and we're gonna walk together. Now, everyone knows that we've had a hard time gauging how much water is coming into this pond. And the stake that we were using over on the far side was not working because we're also putting some soil, some runoff into our water. And we were displacing the water, which made it hard to tell how much water we were actually getting. Also, we can tell here that there's a lot of water being absorbed along the edge of the pond. So I thought that today I'd come down and put these little white flags, little markers here on this end of the pond to see if we really are in fact getting any water at all, or if it's just all being absorbed. Putting the flags here will make it to where we can't confuse any water displacement the way we were on the far side over there. I like to put one over on that side as well, but instead I'm going to walk over and put one over here on this little peninsula area. You're probably saying, Lester, why are you breathing hard? You're riding an e-bike. How hard could that be? It's actually not hard at all. I'm sweating because I'm doing other jobs. I've been working most of the morning, getting some things done. And everyone knows this. I've made this very public, that I try to do all the big jobs by 11 or 12 at the latest, by noon. Once it gets hot, guys, I'm not trying to let you down or be a letdown, but I'm not much for anything during the heat of the day. And so that's when I normally go inside, work on my videos, have some lunch with Jamie. And then, there we go. And then I start back at around 5:30 or 6 in the afternoons once it's starting to cool off a little bit. And I will also say that the animals are very inactive during those same hours. We will sometimes water the animals down, spray them down, hose them off, but that's about the bulk of any jobs that we ever do during the heat of the day. So it's early still. I've been going for a while, and today I have a little bit of help. Uriel came over from Plum Grove. He drove up and he's going to help me get the pumps going. He went down now to see if he could prime them And then at some point he'll call me and I'll go, and he and I will together work on getting them started up, cranked up in succession. They have to. There's a pattern. You have to crank one, and when it fills with water, then crank number two. As it fills with water, crank number three. And it is a two-man job. You say two-man job, there's 3 pumps. So get this. Person on pump 1, once it cranks, runs up a hill. He passes the guy on pump number 2, and that guy from pump 1 goes to pump 3. And it has to happen that way, and it has to happen that fast. And if you don't, you have priming issues. It's a mess, my friends. It's a mess. Having to have more than one pump is hard. It's been a real challenge. And the worst thing is we run the pumps 3 full days. And I'll be honest, I think that you can also tell that I don't think there's much water in this pond. So I don't know if we're doing any good at all. I'm happy to see he's up, but guys, he just does not look well. Look at his demeanor. He's not standing like a bull. He's not. A bull by nature just kind of stands, well, he looks like a bull at all times. And when I come out, he was laying flat, which was scary. Now he's standing, but he's just kind of, he looks sunken in. He looks like he's sulking, or I don't know a better word. You can help me. He just doesn't look like he's, well, I mean, he's not at the pinnacle of health, obviously. But listen to me, there's nothing green to eat for him. Hey, buddy, are you okay? And I'm giving him as much grain. Maybe he's just stretching out. I don't know what look is that? What does that mean? Does that mean something? I don't know this look. I'm not familiar with this posture. And that kind of scares me. So I know what you're looking at. The same thing I'm looking at. You're looking at his ribs, and you can't see his ribs. He's not sunken in the triangle spot, because I know you're looking, because so am I. He's standing fine, but look at his face. He just looks defeated. And that's not a look that you want to see on your animals. I'll tell you what though, I see that look everywhere I go. I see it not only on the animals that I look at, but I also see it on the looks of the farmers and the ranchers and just the people who realize that we're in a really tough position right now. I see it at the feed store. I see it, man, I see it a lot. And I don't know what to do. I don't know how to help him. Somebody said it in the comments recently. It's the look of Eeyore. Everyone's walking around with the look of Eeyore. I think that's the defeated little donkey from Winnie the Pooh. You know, you have Winnie who's like, and happy-go-lucky. And then that's the way you would like to look. But instead, everyone has that Eeyore look. It's hot, y'all, and it's dry, and animals and humans, we're all just so tired. All right, I'm here at Huck's Crossing along Survivor Springs, and I'm gonna do an experiment, and I need your help. I'm trying to figure out how many gallons of water per minute we're putting into our pond. And I have no idea, but we're gonna test it out with a 5-gallon bucket. So Jamie is going to use her timer on her phone to find out how many seconds it takes to fill a 5-gallon bucket. And then you guys do the math and show me, calculate for me how long it's going to take us, or how much gallons per minute is coming out of this hose. Babe, can you record this? And we're using your timer.
Okay, so we got stopwatch on my phone. And I'm recording Lester.
Say when you're ready.
On your mark, get set, go.
Full.
Do it again. Mark, get set, go.
Oh, dang it. This is hard.
Okay, on your mark, get set, go.
Full.
All right, 4.5 seconds we'll call it to fill 5 gallons.
Okay.
So, you get
So here
5
we go.
gallons.
It's not quite all the way full. Let's just go ahead and say 5 seconds for 5 gallons.
Yeah, so a second per gallon. So that would mean what? How many in a minute?
We're not doing the math. Let make folks do it for us.
Oh, welcome to math class, friends.
So
Lester has just converted from language arts to math teacher, and he's not going to solve for you.
All right, so we filled up 5 gallons in 5 seconds. So that's a gallon a second. If we're pumping a gallon a second, how many gallons in a minute? 60.
Yeah.
So 60 gallons in 1 minute. So how many gallons in an hour? So is that 60 times 60? Mm-hmm. So 6 times 6 is 36. So 360 gallons?
Nope.
3,600 gallons?
Yeah.
So in 1 hour, we're pumping 3,600 gallons of water into our pond. And we're doing that by, let's say, 6 hours a day.
Yeah.
So can you do that math on your phone?
You don't trust my mind?
3,600 times 6 hours.
21,600.
21,600, and we've done that 3 times so far. So we should have put, guys, we should have put 64,000 gallons of water into our pond. And I'm going to be honest.
How much dirt have we put in, though?
Yeah, well, let's be honest. That pond does not show that it has had 64,000 gallons pumped into it. All right, Mr. David is going to leave us this tank forever. And so we're going to leave it sitting right over here. And this is what we're going to use for emergency water for Jamie's greenhouse. So it's 350 gallons. And now we're going to find out how long it takes to fill it from the river, from a hose that's giving us a gallon a second. So that should be 350 seconds. It should be 350 seconds. And so how many minutes is that? How many?
About 6.
So we should have this full in about 6 minutes. Can you video?
Yeah.
I'll put it on the high speed. So this is what they would call non-potable water.
Yeah.
Because you can see the yellowish color. And it's because the river, my friends, it's slow also. It's not moving very fast. It's not stale and stagnant, but there's a definite odor to the water.
Yeah.
Even in the flowing river.
Mm-hmm.
So it's filling this tank pretty fast. But what I told Jamie is we're going to leave. We have 3 of these that Mr. David let us have, and we're going to put them around the property, kind of strategically placed, where if we need emergency water for some reason, we can drop some chlorine tabs into here.
Yeah, I have water treatment that brings that into drinkable
Yeah,
water.
so, oh, sure. We have water treatment.
I'm not going to drink it.
We're not going to drink it, but we do have water treatment tabs that we can use. And if we need to, we have an emergency supply of 700 and something, 369. We'll have over 1,000 gallons of water for emergency if we need to. All right, friends, we've had the water running for about 4 hours, and we're going to walk down now and see if we see any increase in our water level whatsoever. So we've had the pumps, plural, running for about 4 hours. I'm going to refuel them one last time and then head over to the other property. By the time I get back, they'll already be shut down from running out of fuel. But I do want to walk down and see if we have any increase of water, if our water levels come up at all. Remember, you saw the math in this video. You know how many gallons we're pumping per second. Well, a gallon a second. So we're going to go down and find our white flags. Coming up on our first flag here. gosh. So, okay, well, it's obvious the flag is further into the water than what it was. But can you believe that it's going to be that slow of a process? Guys, if in 4 hours we only get that much, this ground is absorbing a lot of water. So that was one flag. We put 3 flags out, all on the deeper end of the pond. Listen to me, y'all. If that's 4 hours and it only came up about an inch, seriously, it would take forever to fill this thing at that rate. Same over here. You can see this flag here was on the edge of the water when we started. And so the water's come about that far.
Don't let your troubles fester. Come watch Longhorn Lester.
Yeah, something like that.